Welcome to another episode of Driven on Red. Today we're going to be having a look at the Audi A6. This one's a 3-litre turbo diesel, so it's pretty fast. It's also going to save you a bit of money. So, climbing back into the A6, you've got heaps of room back here. Even though it's a shorter wheelbase than the previous version, you know, it doesn't really affect it that much. Front seat, 6-foot tall driver, look at my legroom, I've got heaps. Headroom, same story. So back here, you're really treated to all the creature comforts that you'd come to expect from a executive saloon. So if you're carrying your dignitaries, you've got your little ashtrays back here, so they're smoking their cigars. You got your fold-down armrests, cup holders, the works. So you're really going to be quite comfortable.
Boasting an impressive 530 litre boot capacity, the A6 can fit pretty much anything from small suitcases to really big ones.
So looking at the exterior of the Audi A6, you can see this really sporty kind of muscle car design. So this is the S-line. You've got the different style diffusers at the front and the rear as well. So they're the sort of honeycomb style, 20-inch rims. Pretty big, I have to say, although they are a $6,000 option, so something to consider. Coming back here, you can see actually how long this car is. So even though it is shorter than the previous model, it's still a big car.
Joining me in the front of the Audi A6, I have to say this is one of the most plush cabins I've ever sat in. You've got this beautiful, absolutely stunning wood. You've got this chrome accenting. It feels like you're kind of in a Bentley. It's just very special. Now, the A6 is a light car, so this is based on the new MQB platform. It's actually 140 kilograms lighter than its nearest rival, so you know you get a real feeling of agility, especially when you're cornering. It's an absolutely fantastic car to sit in. Don't let the electronic steering put you off. It's quite dynamic.
Arguably one of the coolest features about the A6 is this pop-out display. It's absolutely amazing. You never get tired of seeing that come out of the dashboard. So you're greeted with a massive screen here. It's a high-res one, and it's running Audi's MMI system. Now, this is a pretty intuitive little system that they've got here, especially with this touchpad. So at the moment you can see 1 to 6. So these are numbers that I can use for the radio, or even if I'm in the nav and I want to do a destination, you can actually enter letters and numbers simply by swiping with your finger. So let's just say I want to enter a town or a postcode. So we'll click on here and see the numbers disappear. I reckon that's pretty awesome. So we're going to write Mornington. So we'll do M, as you can see. So if you go up to, there we go, O, if you go up to the display, you can see, even though I'm writing pretty poorly, I must say, with my left hand, there we go, it's actually recognizing it. And it's just something that you can come to get used to, and I just absolutely love that feature. So, driving the A6, it feels kind of different. I'm just going to say that. The electronic steering is nice and light, although it can feel a bit disconnected. Now, there are a few ways you can kind of thwart that. There is a sport mode, and there's also a dynamic mode. So this is with Audi's Drive Select. So put in dynamic, which I'm pretty sure it's in now, and then you get treated to a nice driving experience, something that's quite a lot different to when it's in comfort. So steering is heavy, loud exhaust, more aggressive gear shifts. You really get the true driving experience, especially from a car like this 3-litre turbo diesel. And with the Quattro system, the permanent all-wheel drive, you really get a feeling of grip and being pushed through the corners as you would with something that was like a rear-wheel drive car or one of BMW's X-Drive vehicles. You really get a good feeling of being planted on the road, and you can also have a bit of fun with it, which is, you know, what you want from a car. You don't want to just be driving around town all bored, and you want to be able to take a corner a bit too aggressively, and you want your car to be able to recognize this and help you out. You don't want to be sliding around all over the place. You want that sort of even balance of fun and safety. So I reckon Audi delivers on that pretty perfectly. Spot on balance in terms of that. Now, other things that you can notice when you're driving it is that it's pretty darn quiet in here. Even in dynamic mode with the louder exhaust note, it's pretty quiet, I have to say. Now, it's not as quiet as the BMW 5 Series, because that's based on the Rolls-Royce Phantom. So it's not as quiet as that, but it does a good job. It, you know, wind whistle from the mirrors is limited because they are so sleek. You know, you don't have to worry about that sort of stuff, and going over the odd pothole you'll be fine because the suspension will just iron it out. Other things to note are the rear cameras, as well as the 360-degree cameras. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to a park and we're going to show you what we mean by the 360-degree view cameras. So as you can see, we're in the parking lot, we've got the cameras on. Now, I especially like this graphic here. This one is the one that shows you the bird's eye view. So you can see there's a car next to me, you can see there's nothing in front of me and nothing behind me, and I can't get enough of this view. It's absolutely fantastic. It's just easy to navigate around, so I'm going backwards, you can see, especially where the back of the car is, and look, it's just great. You know, you can never go wrong with parking. And when I'm moving the wheel around, we get this beautiful view of the wheel turning, so I know where I'm going to go. It's just, you know, you can't get enough. So, our thoughts on the Audi A6. Now, even though this is an expensive car, the fact that it's super efficient, it's got quattro performance, you just can't be beaten, especially because it's, you know, 140 kilograms lighter than its nearest rival. It's just more agile, more dynamic, and more engaging. So, for that reason, we think the Audi A6 is a must-have in this car segment. Again, a super big thank you to Audi Mornington for letting us review this car.